Hello and welcome to the Assistive Technology Center at TCNJ. This webinar series is titled Overview of Assistive Technology and is presented by Dr. Amy Araswala. This is Module 6 with a focus on art. Dr. Araswala currently serves as a supervisor of instructional technology in a large K-12 public school district in New Jersey. With over 19 years of experience in special education, she has held roles as a special education teacher, assistive technology evaluator, home instructor, and advocate. Passionate about equitable access to education, she continues to support educators through professional development and adjunct teaching, helping ensure that all students have the tools they need to succeed. These webinars are made possible through our partnership with the New Jersey Department of Education, Office of Special Education. The statements issued by guest presenters do not reflect the stance of NJDOE OSE. Please use your professional judgment when implementing strategies and resources within your practice. Let's listen to Dr. Amy Araswala.
Assistive Technology for Art, Module 6. How can assistive technology support art? Using different online applications, students can continue to build digital creativity, graphic designing, and use these applications as a thought partner to support their learning and have access to different ways to learn. Once again, assistive technology for art, we will focus on software in this module. The first application is Google Draw, a simple way to use basic drawing tools in a platform that most students are familiar with. Next is Canva Magic Media. Canva Magic Media is a great thought partner, which includes AI components that can help provide those thought partner skills and ideas that students might need help generating. Some cons to this is that you always need to be aware of biases. And last, Krita, which is an online art platform that shows step-by-step instructions, can break down and scaffold ways to learn drawing and drawing techniques for students. The one con that comes to mind is that this is primarily for more advanced students in the arts classroom, which is a great next level step. All these will be modeled next. First, we'll look at Google Draw. Here you can see it looks like a typical Google application template. You can add basic shapes, getting students used to working in a digital platform, and then just create different basic geometric shapes. You can use what I've seen a lot of times is just storyboards or information boards about students getting to know, where you can incorporate text, images, colors, insert drawings, which students should be familiar with if they've been using Google Apps for Education, such as Slides or Docs. There is also some accessibility tools, preferences, as well to support. And this is a great entry point for students to be creative, but not have the restrictions that often Google Slides or Docs has, because it's just an open space for students to create. Next, we're going to look at Canva's different apps and how Canva can be used as an assistive technology tool in an art class. So for this demonstration, I'm going to choose a whiteboard. And as you can see, it's similar to Google Draw, except there's a lot more different tools on the left-hand side. And we'll talk about Magic Media in a second, but you can see that there's different apps you can add and generate. There's projects and design. You can see the type of marker, which shows you a fine tip versus a thicker tip, and then an eraser and coloring and different line settings. You can add text and elements, just similar to Google Draw, except everything's easily built in here if you wanted to add different elements to creating your design. In addition, the Magic Media AI application built in allows students to have a thought partner to help if they're supposed to be creating a design that represents themselves. So if a student loves cats, um, winter, snow, skiing, and pasta, let's see what image is created. And then you have some ideas of how you can be creative to represent yourself, and you can add that image. So we can choose this one for now. We could add that image here. And if you don't like the image or it's missing something, for example, this doesn't have the cat in it, maybe you can add all in one picture. This actually also helps with prompting AI. And now you can see another option, and then you could choose those and then try to start to create images or add elements that complement that, but in your own, using your own creativity, but taking the idea from what AI helped to generate. And there's really endless possibilities with Canva and Magic Media. There's a lot more options. Just remember, as we talked about bias when it comes to AI, there's graphics and videos as well that can be created. And there are a few accessibility features built in between the settings. And then here, check design accessibility, and you have the options that will populate on the right-hand side to help support different learning styles. Lastly is Krita that we talked about as well, which is another art tool, which is great for advanced art students. This can be downloadable to Windows or Mac, and it's free. There's also some accessibility features. You can do a light and dark setting. And then you also, which I love, is the different languages that are available. So one thing I wanted to focus on with this website is the learning tool. Here, students can search for different types of artwork or concepts and then see tutorials and how-tos on that. So they can click on understanding layers and then click on that, and then there'll be a tutorial on that. And once again, you can change it to your language of preference. You can use built-in apps to read the text to you. It's scaffolded so it can support learning and assist. So a teacher doesn't need to work one-on-one because there'll be some additional assistance here. And it gives you all the built-in tutorials on how to use the application so students can have that support. In conclusion, think learning styles when thinking of art applications or digital art applications as assistive technology. Start with small projects and expand. So knowing your students and what their levels are, think about some tools that have basic options such as Google Draw. And as students are comfortable with digital platforms, expand to the next option, which could be something such as Canva, Magic Media, where it has more tools and resources, and then continue to an option like Krita, where you have instructions and scaffolding for bigger projects. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Are you a New Jersey educator looking for support or professional development tailored to your district's AT needs? We offer free, customized training and coaching for NJ teachers, paraprofessionals, and families. From hands-on workshops to individual classroom support and small group facilitation, we're here to help. Visit us at atcenter.tcnj.edu to learn more. Have a question? Contact us at atcenter@tcnj.edu. Please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content on all things assistive technology.